Hello everyone, I'm Payam Aryan with another episode of 10 minutes. Today, I will try to critically examine one of the teachings of the Baha'i faith. One of the main slogans of the Baha'i faith is honoring the equal rights of men and women throughout its teachings. And our Baha'i friends proudly state and emphasize it anytime, anywhere, in any presentation or conversation to introduce their faith. However, there are other laws and exceptions in the laws of Baha'i faith that contradict this teaching of equal rights. For instance, the prohibition of women's membership in the highest decision-making body of the Baha'i world community called the Universal House of Justice. No female person is allowed to be a member, and according to the holy texts, the words of the founder of the faith, Bahá'u'lláh, this law will never be changed in the future. No rational reason or justification is given in the Baha'i faith for this anti-women law, and the Baha'is are trying their best to justify this contradiction in the Baha'i teachings. But so far, no valid reason has been heard from the believers. The reason for the lack of proper justification is completely clear. There is no reason. Even Abd'ul'Bahá, the successor of the founder of the Baha'i faith, says the reason for this divine decree will be clear in the future like the sunlight in the middle of the day. What does this answer really mean? It's actually a fallacy to avoid answering and postponing the answer to an unknown future. That's it. Another divine law that is in sharp contradiction with the teaching of equal rights of women and men is anti-women law of unfair division of inheritance among heirs of a deceased in Baha'i faith. In the inheritance law, all property belongs to husband. The wife does not even own her new clothes or jewelry. For example, if the wife cannot prove that she received her necklace as a birthday present, she must hand over the necklace as well to be divided among heirs. In such an unfair situation, all the property that is considered the husband's property will be divided among 7 groups of heirs. The 7 groups of heirs are: first, spouse; second, children; third, father; fourth, mother; fifth, brothers; sixth, sisters; and seventh, teachers. First of all, I must mention that the people of any of these groups of heirs who are not Baha'is do not inherit. This issue itself is the biggest injustice, which we will talk about later. Can you really think of a worse injustice that denying an inheritance just because a person is not a Baha'i? let's get back to the main issue, which is inequality of rights between men and women in the Baha'i inheritance law. First of all, the main house or the best house of the deceased goes to the eldest male child. Usually in middle-income families, or we can say in most families, the main house is considered almost the entire inheritance. In fact, by dividing the house, actually by giving the house to the eldest son, basically the wife and daughters have been deprived of inheritance. Anyways, we will go ahead and examine this ridiculous divine law. These 7 groups that we have mentioned, the inheritance is divided among them proportionally. And again, this ratio is not really fair. For example, the father's share is more than the mother's, and the brother's share is more than the sister's. Even here, there is discrimination between men and women. There are other discriminatory content in the details of this divine law of inheritance, which we will not deal with now. It is not a bad idea to express one of the Baha'is' defenses against this criticism that we just said. One of the justifications that Baha'is offer against this anti-women law is that every Baha'i must write a will in which he can leave his property to whoever he wants. In response, it should be said that these 2 laws are separate, and the law of inheritance is implemented when there is no will. At the same time, maybe a believer makes a will to follow the decree of the divine book. Or simply, someone forgets to fulfill his obligation to obey the divine order to write a will, like Shoghi Effendi, the guardian of the faith and the successor of Abd'ul'Bahá, whom didn't leave a will behind when he ascended to the Abha kingdom. It's abundantly clear that there are no equal rights for men and women under divine law. And it is a shame that Baha'is are admitting that believers must change this oppressive law by writing a will. I think we reached the desired result in this video. And in the next clip, we will review several Baha'i texts together to understand that the slogan of equal rights of men and women is only spoken on the surface and has no fundamental basis. Thanks for watching.